Hello, my darlings. I want to talk to you today about something that's becoming increasingly prevalent in the HR and employment space, and it's around AI. Now, I love the use of AI. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful tool. But what we are seeing more and more of is employees utilising AI as their advisors. So rather than an employee ringing ACAS or ringing their internal HR, they're going to ChatGPT or insert other AI tool. They're going to AI and asking it questions about their employment, about HR processes that they are going through. And the problem with that is that AI is the kind of tool where you get out of it what you put in. So if you only put in 50% of the information, you're going to get advice based on that information. It's not going to give you the whole picture because you haven't put the whole picture's worth of information in. And as a result, what we're seeing is that more and more employees are pushing back on processes that they are going through, which absolutely, rightly so. You should appeal a decision if you don't think it's fair. You should make sure that you go through the relevant mechanisms if you don't think something that's happened in your employment is quite right. That's what they're there for. But what we're noticing is that more and more people are going through to ACAS for early conciliation based upon what they're putting into AI. And the reason that we know that is because the responses and the conversations that we're getting, the email correspondence we're getting from these individuals is very clearly AI generated, just very, very clearly. So I just want to put this warning out to employers, not to terrify you, but to make you really aware that this is a real, I want to say a problem. It's not a problem that your employees are more aware of what they're entitled to and what their rights are, but it increases the risk that you will get pushback. It increases the risk that you will get an early conciliation case. It increases the risk that you are going to have to spend money either on settlements or employment tribunals. And the way to avoid it is to get the basics right. If you do your HR processes by the letter, by the book, if you absolutely get it as close to perfect as you can, you really minimise the risk of these claims coming through. And even if these claims do come through, you are then completely certain that, we've got an airtight case here. We haven't done anything wrong. We've done everything in the way that we should have done it. We've considered all the information that we should have considered. Go ahead, make your claim. We're not concerned about our stance on this. And I think that's a really, really important thing for employers to be considering. I know that we're in a period of time right now where things are getting more expensive, having a team is getting more expensive, everything feels harder for employers. I get it, I'm with you. But it's even more imperative in times like this where things are more expensive. Having a team is hard and it is expensive, and there are risks and costs associated to having a business and growing a team and everything else. It's even more important that we get the basics right, because otherwise it's just going to cost us more money, more time, more energy, more stress, all the stuff we don't really want to be expending. So my message to you today is to always consider the fact that employees have got so much more information and knowledge at their fingertips. We've always been able to Google it, but it's hard work, isn't it, Googling stuff? Now that AI can do that for us, we're able to access information much quicker and in a much more succinct way. And that in itself, I think, is wonderful, because I think employees should have access to understand what their rights are. And everybody should know what they are entitled to at work, 100%. And everybody should be treated with respect and dignity and everything else at work. That is exactly what we are here to ensure happens. But as an employer, you need to understand that comes with its own risks. So it means that you need to make sure that you are doing all the things that AI is going to be telling your employees that you should be doing. And it is just the basics of human resource management. So if that's something that you're struggling with or you're not sure of, keep following our content, like it, subscribe to our mailing list, even come and work with us if you want to. That's exactly what we're here to do, is to help employers navigate this changing world, navigate all of these challenges that come up with employees and processes that you need to go through, and how to get it right the first time so that we can avoid those tribunal claims.